I'm back with another YouTube video, and today I'm finally showing you guys how I do my acrylic toes. As you guys can see, my big toenail is a little thin, so we gotta cover that up. And that had happened, I'm gonna say, some months ago when I did not know. You are not supposed to put tips on toes, y'all. It's dangerous. Don't do it. Anyway, here I'm pushing my cuticles back, and I'm saying that it's dangerous to put tips on toes because if you stub your toe, just like how a nail will break, that toenail will break. So it's different if there's only acrylic there, because then maybe the acrylic will chip or the acrylic will break, but your natural toenail will be safe. As you guys can see, my toenails did grow from the previous set. So here I'm using my 100 grit file to file them down and make them square. Now, if I'm working on a client and she's missing a toenail or one of her toenails aren't square, I do have a video on how you could achieve that look without using nail tips. And for anybody that's wondering, yes, the acrylic toes do last. I'm sure you guys have seen pictures of people having their acrylic toes on for months. Even after 1 month, sometimes you really don't need a fill, depending on how fast your toenails grow. Now, I know you're probably wondering, like, how am I sitting right now, y'all? I literally had put a towel on my chair and propped my foot up right on the chair because I just wasn't sure how else I would do it. But I wasn't too uncomfortable, and I did try to use my footrest before, but it just didn't come high enough. Alright, y'all, so here I'm using my cuticle bit to remove any dead skin that's in the cuticle area. And when you're holding this drill bit, you do want to hold it flat to the nail, because if you're holding it at an angle as if you were sealing the cuticle area, it's not going to do nothing. Like, I thought I was buying horrible drill bits. I thought the cuticle bits just didn't work. I didn't know how people were using them, but it was because I was improperly holding the file. So like I said, you do want to have this flat to the nail as you're using it. Now, using my fine sanding band, I'm removing the shine off the rest of my toenails. So y'all, the prep is pretty much the same thing as when you're doing your client's nails. And I've seen people charge a lot of money for acrylic toes. I think the lowest price I've probably seen so far was like $50. And I think the highest price I've seen for like a basic set of acrylic toes plus like a toe repair, because some people do charge if you don't have a full toenail, is probably about $100. And even at the nail salon, I've had clients that told me, yeah, like I went to the nail salon and tried to ask for like a full set of acrylic toes, and it was like $100. Ew, y'all, I was mad nervous about posting my toes in here, I'm not gonna even lie. But here I'm just spraying some alcohol on my toes to clean them off, remove any dust. So this is pretty much my dehydrator. After this, I'll be using my Young Nails protein bond and my no lift primer. And these are the same steps I take when I'm prepping my clients' natural fingernails, as I said before. So here I'm placing my first bead, and the first thing I'm going to do is make sure that all of that acrylic is covering the cuticle area before bringing the rest of the product down. I did leave this in real time, and here I'm just patting that acrylic down into the cuticle area. I'm being very light as I'm doing this because I really try my best to not have to go back and clean anything up later. And right after I finish bringing this acrylic down, I'll use my cuticle pusher to remove any excess acrylic. It looks so nice though. It looks so perfect. I did kind of go back and clean up a little bit before I started to remove some of the acrylic, because you don't want to start removing the acrylic and it's too wet, because of course it'll just get stuck to the pusher. Nah, my feet's looking crazy up close. Y'all don't, please. Don't tug on my big toenail, y'all. I know it's over there looking thin. Like, I see it. We gonna cover her up. But on this toenail, I'll be doing the same thing as before. You guys can see that I'm just lightly patting that acrylic into the cuticle area before I start to wipe the rest of the product down. Since I do already have full toenails, I really don't have to worry about where I'm placing my cuticle pusher. But let's say, for example, my toenail here was round and I still wanted to get this square look, I would still do the same exact thing. You just want to be mindful of how low you're putting the cuticle pusher, because of course you don't want to run into your toenail and then have to fix that. One thing to be extremely mindful about, if you are going to offer acrylic toes, which a bunch of people do now, and some people that offer acrylic toes don't use a water bassin. Like when I was doing my acrylic toes, my clients would come with their feet already cleaned, and I'll still prep their nails and apply the acrylic. Now, y'all, not everybody gonna clean their feet. Like I've seen posts of nail techs talking about people and like their feet being dirty or their feet stink or something, and this is what the water bassin and the foot soak is for. So you guys do have to be mindful of that, because I've definitely experienced somebody with, you know, a little smell, like, and it was on one foot though. That's what confused me. Like I finished her first foot, I'm like, okay, this is cute, and she put the other foot up, and I'm like, yeah. So not that I don't do them anymore because of that, because that's petty, but I only offer it to people that were already getting it, because I just want to wait until like I do get like a water bassin and stuff like that, so I can do the whole shebang, because yeah, I don't nobody want to smell that. I did also put glow powder in my white acrylic, so my toes do glow in the dark, and I'm going to show you guys what that looks like after. Now, I do feel like the pinky toenail is the hardest to do, especially on other people, at least for me sometimes, because People pinky toenails be looking crazy. Like, I'm not talking about nobody's feet. I'm just saying, y'all know how y'all pinky toenails be using. I don't be having none. Sometimes they be all rolled up. Like, it's just feet. Like, that's just, I'm sorry. That's just, it is what it is. For me, like, my toenail is going all the way to the side, so I kind of gotta twist my toenail a little bit, and my pinky toenail is short, so I was still trying to make things work, and I did end up extending this acrylic a little too much, but I'm gonna end up removing it anyways. Also, y'all, I'm pretty sure by the time I post this, I'll be at 50K already. I'm not sure, but that's what I'm hoping. I'm posting this video today, Tuesday. I'm posting this video Wednesday morning. So I'm hoping today, is the day I hit 50. So I just wanted to thank you guys. I really do appreciate everybody that shares my videos, like, comment, subscribe. Even the people that just be on here tuning in, I appreciate y'all too. Now for my big toenail, I had decided to do this in 2 beads. On my clients, I'd be finessing and I'll do it in 1. But sometimes if I'm just like a little nervous or I'm not too sure if the acrylic powder is gonna, set slow enough, I'll just do it in 2. So here I was just making sure that my acrylic was sidewall before starting to bring the rest of it down. And as you guys can see, I am missing a little bit of acrylic on the side of the nail, so I will later go back and cover that. Y'all not telling me that don't look much better. And I did take my white acrylic powder and I mixed it with some white glow powder, so my toenails do glow in the dark, and I'm gonna leave a video at the end for you guys. Alright, y'all, here I applied my second bead, and when I went back into my monomer, I had applied a little too much monomer, so I did end up flooding the cuticle area, and I did also have to go back and apply more acrylic to the area because I messed up right here. Also, this is slightly off topic, but I will be restocking my glitter acrylic in January, and I'll also be re-releasing my Valentine's Day glitters. Alright, y'all, so over here I did purposely flood the cuticle area so that I can cover that tiny space right there. And I don't normally have to do this much work on my clients, but I'm also not holding my foot down. Like, when I'm doing acrylic toes on my clients, I hold the foot down so all the acrylic can fall down and not flood the cuticle area. But since I'm holding my foot up to the camera, it was just a little different. Last but not least, I will be sealing the cuticle area on these acrylic toes, and I do use my fine sanding band. Sometimes I use a medium grit one, but I do prefer to use the fine one because this is not applied thick. So I'm really not debulking anything. Like, I don't apply the acrylic on thick, so if I'm using something that's more coarse, I may accidentally remove too much acrylic. So me personally, I prefer to use my fine sanding band. Also, if you are new here, hello, welcome. And I do post new YouTube videos every Sunday. Now, occasionally I throw in, another video here and there, but you guys are going to start seeing videos 2 times a week. I'm just trying to pick which other day I want to, release this content on. Now that I'm all finished with that, using my 80 grit file, I'm lightly filing the side walls of these nails, and I'm also gonna lightly straighten the bottom. But y'all, these toenails are square. These toenails is perfect already, so I really didn't have to do too much. After this, the last thing I'll be doing is buffing the nails and removing any dust with alcohol. So if you guys did enjoy this YouTube video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm going to see you guys in the next YouTube video.